This might be one of the most controversial games of the last 10 years because of what happens in the story, which I obviously won't spoil in this video. This is The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered for PC. Let me know in the comments if you think another one is more controversial, but please don't spoil the story for those who might not know yet. The game is about 27 hours long and very story-driven. It's linear, with a heavy focus on cutscenes, character moments. Especially for a PlayStation 4 game, it still looks amazing, and especially the animations are really great. Between those story moments, you'll explore large, guided levels with a flexible combat system. This video is mostly about what you can expect, where I try to leave my own opinion out of it, but sometimes those two clash. For example, I felt the 27 hours was a bit too drawn out. It feels a little stretched. You might feel differently, but it's just something to keep in mind. Now let's talk about the combat. By far the largest part of the game. It's a third-person shooter with a strong focus on stealth, but you can approach each encounter your own way. Sneak, set traps, craft tools, or go loud. Just don't expect to win by rushing in. Ammo is limited, enemies are smart, and staying alive takes planning. The combat sandbox is deep. Every fight feels like a puzzle with multiple solutions. Aggression can work, but only if you're smart about it. You'll need to manage resources, land headshots, and keep moving. If you would compare it to Part 1, there it was slower and more grounded. You typically started in stealth and eventually shift into third-person shooting. Part 2 expands on that with more flexibility. If I have to sum it out, with Ellie, you choose between stealth, loud, or verticality, and within each of those, you have multiple paths. With Abby, your choices lean more toward loud, brawling, and tactical positioning. Abby plays like a tank with bigger weapons, while Ellie is lighter, faster, and built for stealth. You switch between the characters on specific story points. You'll spend about 14 to 17 hours playing as Ellie and 9 to 11 hours with Abby. The combat combines that freedom of choice with a constantly shifting battlefield. You're always outgunned, which creates tension right from the start. You might begin with a silencer or a bow, crawling through grass, silently taking enemies out and setting traps. But eventually, you'll get spotted. That's when the tension spikes. Enemies don't just search for you, they shout your name. Work together, and if they have dogs, they'll literally track your scent, forcing you to stay on the move. This mix of evolving enemy behavior, open level design, and your toolset creates a dynamic and versatile combat loop. You just need to be okay with always being outgunned. Of course, we also need to talk about the performance. Since this is a PC port, you never know. For me, it's fine, but I have the luxury of an RTX 4090, which means I can use frame generation. I did have one crash early on. All I can say is, as always, be careful and keep the 2-hour refund window in mind. Lastly, I haven't played it yet, but there's also a new roguelike mode called No Return. It's completely separate from the story and focuses just on the combat. You pick a character, each with their own playstyle, and go through randomized encounters where you survive as long as you can. There are modifiers, unlocks, and even boss fights. It's built for replayability and gives you a chance to really experiment with the combat sandbox. There are also leaderboards, so if you feel like you're the best, you can finally put that to the test. To summarize, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered continues the story of the first game. I mean, duh. It expands on everything Part 1 did, giving you a bigger combat sandbox, a larger game overall, and more cinematic story moments. The big question mark is just, are you okay with the story twist? Just say yes or no in the comments, but don't spoil it for anyone. That was it. If you like short videos that don't waste your time, then please consider liking and subscribing. Regardless, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.